Next is contestant number 22, Park Kyung-jin. The title is I Would Love to Be Your Neighbor.
4 years ago, I was browsing YouTube as usual, and one black and white video caught my eye. I mindlessly clicked a video. Then, one man came out on screen and asked, "Won't you be my neighbor?" That's how I met my life tutor, Fred Rogers. Mr. Rogers was a person who didn't just teach, but showed the world what love is, what kindness is, and what empathy is all about. Fred Rogers was born in 1928, adored children so much that he made his own children's television program, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. All of the television viewers were his beloved neighbors. He was brave enough to talk about taboo topics like death, disability, and racism in his program to push for equality in a subtle manner. He truly wanted children to know that everybody longs to be loved. Life is difficult, so it makes sense that people prioritize issues concerning fairness, equality, and justice. However, a problem arises when people expect the world to bend to their will and only consider their own disadvantages. Things that I learned from Mr. Rogers are mostly about how to appropriately treat others. And what I learned after following his teaching was that I can't make all the good that the world needs, but the world needs all the good that I can make. There was this one episode that was so touching that I can't forget. It was when Mr. Rogers and his neighbor, Officer Clemens, put their feet together in a small pool. One may ask, why is this so touching? It is because Officer Clemens has dark skin, and Mr. Rogers made this episode during a time of racial segregation. With this episode, Mr. Rogers was fighting for equality and a better society. He didn't just teach, but showed his television neighbors if there was something unfair, if there was something you could do about it, do it. Fighting for your life, your equality, is of course important. But keep in mind that some folks are still left out, and their only desire is to be seen and to be loved. If Fred Rogers were to be alive, I believe he'd say, one of the secrets of life is that all that is really worth doing is what we do for others. Everyone, why don't we become neighbors who fight for a better society for every human being in our position, just like Mr. Rogers did? Thank you.